In June 2025, the Middle East caught fire again. Israel and Iran, longtime enemies, are now locked in their most direct and deadly confrontation in decades. The Israeli Air Force has struck deep into Iran's heartland. Iran has fired over 200 missiles in retaliation. Commanders are dead, cities hit, and global leaders are watching anxiously. But how did we get here? What exactly happened? And more importantly, what comes next? This is not just a fight between two nations. This is a geopolitical shockwave that could reshape the Middle East or trigger a wider war. The rivalry between Iran and Israel goes back over 40 years. Since Iran's 1979 Islamic Revolution, it has openly called for Israel's destruction. In response, Israel has worked relentlessly to stop Iran from gaining nuclear weapons. This war has mostly stayed in the shadows, through assassinations, sabotage, and cyber acts. But it has also been fought through proxies, non-state groups supported by Iran: Hezbollah in Lebanon, Hamas in Gaza, Houthis in Yemen, Shia militias in Iraq. These groups have allowed Iran to strike Israel and its allies indirectly, while avoiding direct confrontation. That changed in June 2025. On the morning of June 13th, Israel launched Operation Rising Lion, a powerful aerial assault deep inside Iran. The strikes hit multiple nuclear and military sites. Among those killed were Hossein Salami, the top commander of the Revolutionary Guard, Mohammad Kazemi, Iran's powerful intelligence chief, senior Quds Force generals, and nuclear scientists. Iran responded fast. In 6 waves of missile and drone attacks, it fired more than 200 ballistic weapons toward Israel. Some of these struck near Tel Aviv, damaging civilian infrastructure. Despite Israel's Iron Dome defenses, in return, Israel launched further air raids, claiming to have destroyed a third of Iran's missile launching capacity. The skies over Tehran were briefly under Israeli control, a shocking moment in Middle East history. But the war isn't just military, it's now economic. One of the most strategic strikes hit South Pars, the world's largest gas field shared between Iran and Qatar. Reports suggest Israeli drones caused explosions in multiple units. This is a devastating blow to Iran's economy, which is already collapsing under US and European sanctions. It sends a loud message. Even Iran's core energy infrastructure isn't safe. Iran's proxy empire is collapsing. For decades, Iran built its regional power through proxies, armed groups across the Middle East that fought Iran's wars. But one by one, these groups are breaking down. In Lebanon, Hezbollah, once Iran's strongest proxy, is losing power. After joining the 2023 Gaza conflict, it suffered huge losses. Then, in September 2024, its leader Hassan Nasrallah was killed in an Israeli airstrike. Since then, Hezbollah has gone largely silent. In Yemen, the Houthis launched missiles at Israel in 2023, but faced US and Saudi retaliation. By early 2025, key Houthi bases were destroyed. Iran reduced support to avoid further international backlash. In Gaza, Hamas was devastated in Israel's response to the October 7th attacks. Its tunnels and command centers were destroyed. Then, in July 2025, Hamas leader Ismail Haniyeh was assassinated. Inside a guest house in Tehran, run by the Iranian military, this exposed Iran's own vulnerability. It couldn't even protect its top ally inside its capital. In Iraq, pro-Iran militias like Kataib Hezbollah are fractured. The Iraqi government is under pressure to cut ties with Iran and align more with the Gulf and the West. With its proxies dismantled or weakened, Iran is now alone. Exposed militarily, diplomatically, and regionally, what about the global powers? Russia and China have condemned Israel, but refused to send Iran any real help. They want stability, not war. Turkey has made loud statements, but stopped short of any military support. Even Iran's traditional allies are backing away. Meanwhile, the Trump administration in the US has praised Israel's operation. President Trump called it decisive and necessary, but said the US will not directly intervene. But if the conflict spreads, especially to Syria, Lebanon, or the Gulf, America may have no choice. What's next? War? Diplomacy? Or stalemate? So where does this go from here? Some fear this is the beginning of World War III in the Middle East. But the more likely scenario is a Cold War, marked by cyber attacks, sanctions, covert strikes, and media warfare. Iran is cornered. Its proxies are collapsing. Israel, on the other hand, feels stronger than ever, with us backing and battlefield momentum, but war is unpredictable. All it takes is one mistake, one wrong missile, one miscalculation, to trigger regional disaster. The world is watching. The Middle East may never be the same again. What do you think? Is this just the beginning? Comment below, subscribe to Understanding World Affairs, and stay informed with real, balanced global analysis.